Hello, my dear friends. Late but not forgotten, Best of Eco Beauty 2023. This year, I decided to do a throwback style of this video, at least what I remember to be a throwback style of this video, where I go through each category of makeup and skincare and I tell you my favorite. The stipulation is not that it had to have been a new product this year or even new to me this year. I just went through best cleanser, best serum, best lip balm, best mascara, etc. What's not going to be in this year's Best of Beauty is anything beyond beauty. So in the past, I've done things like media favorites, favorite content creators, lifestyle types of things. And so what I did this year is I already have a podcast episode that's been published. I believe it's episode 94 on the L'Amour Patreon account. It's titled My Top 23 Discoveries of 2023. So actually there are some products in there. There's a touch of overlap. So if you feel like you might be interested in the beyond beauty stuff, that's over there. That was the December podcast episode. My podcast episode for January is going to be the 10 beauty products that didn't make the cut for this video and why. So they're products that I liked this year, but there are, niggling reasons why I didn't include them in my annual Best of Beauty. Okay, so we're going to first do skincare, move into makeup, and then I have a small category of other standout beauty products. So there's like a little bit of body care and fragrance in there. Okay, moving right into skincare. Favorite makeup remover, probably no surprise, the Aerie Perez Ginkgo Micellar Water. This is at least my third, maybe fourth bottle of this. It finally did come back in stock. I'm not sure if it's back in stock on Beauty Heroes, but it is on the Aerie Perez website. It was unfortunately sold out over the holidays, otherwise I would have stocked up. I like to throw a bottle of this into my Beauty Heroes orders and kind of always have a backup bottle. It's just very gentle. I find that in the past I have reacted to different eye makeup removers, so I alternate between this and the Inlight makeup remover, but that's an oil. This is if you don't want an oily eye makeup remover, this is excellent. I'm also interested to try the new Dore Micellar Water that Beauty Heroes started stocking. Favorite cleanser, I have to mention a first cleanse and a second cleanse. Probably my favorite skincare category because I am a religious double cleanser. My favorite first cleanse by a mile was the My Have Torn facial cleanser. This actually was a new discovery for me this year. This one is actually ever so slightly separated a little bit. This is a new bottle, so I think once I start using it, it should be totally fine. It's just got that gorgeous color from the sea buckthorn. The smell is kind of fruity, very natural smelling. It's just such a pleasure to massage on the skin. I truly love breaking down my makeup with that product. I tend to then remove it with a disposable cotton round. It's just a joy. I feel like I will repurchase that forever and ever. Now my favorite second cleanse, I have a lot, but the one that was sort of the most noteworthy and the one I enjoyed using the most this year is actually a recent empty. This is In Fiore Treat. The little label has sort of come off. I did pair this in conjunction with Lustra, but often what I found myself doing, I would use them together a lot, but I would also separate them out. So I would use Lustra as just a first step makeup removal, or I would use Treat as a second cleanse with different products. So it was nice to kind of mix and match them. I mean, they are amazing together, of course, but I just really liked the gentleness of this. It's basically a very gentle cream cleanser. It's definitely the standout of the year. Best toner of the year, I went through many because I use toner quite liberally, especially in the morning to kind of refresh my skin instead of splashing with water at the tap. My favorite has probably been the Laurel Hydrating Elixir C Jasmine Hibiscus. I'm almost done with this. There's maybe a week of use left. I spent much of the year actually using up several Earthwise mists. So Earthwise Rose Mist, why am I blanking on? 3 Roses, and the Cistus Mist. So those took me probably half the year to finish up. I used the Yena Mist from the Beauty Heroes box, and now for the latter part of the year and into the new year, I've been using this. I really, really have enjoyed it. Favorite eye cream, kind of a no-brainer. I will try ones that dip in and out of my life through beauty boxes or what have you, but In Fiore V Claire, it's just the best. And it's sort of surprising because I don't like a cream texture except in a cleanser in my skincare, with like very rare exception. But I just find this to be absolutely the perfect consistency for me. Definitely for AM, PM in the winter, maybe I'd like to layer it with something like Velite. Around the eyes, I don't really like balms that much. I do find them to be a little bit too heavy and a little bit too clogging. I think because I like to apply product liberally, and when you're using a balm texture around the eyes, you really do have to not use very much. Or it's, I don't know. I have quite an oily lid under eye area. My under eyes have not really yet gotten dry, which I know tends to happen with age. So this has been enough for me. But if you feel like you need a little bit more using this, Velite does pair very nicely with it, or your favorite eye oil serum or balm. Okay, favorite serum. Again, I spent a lot of the year using up some Earthwise products, namely Ambrosia Ducerato. I actually have one more bottle of that to use, so I'll be finishing that this year. I was tempted to say the La Par Zen Matcha Cashmere. This is kind of a one and done PM skincare product, serum, hydration, all in one. It's amazing. I got mine in the Laurel and Reed beauty box, but I would have to say all around favorite is probably the Cypher Night Shift. It's called Holistic Tone Balancing Treatment that came in a Boxwalla box early this fall. I really didn't expect to like this, but it has an amazing reputation. This brand was new to me. I had always been sort of curious to try it. One of those products that it's kind of hard to pinpoint exactly why it's so amazing. It feels good going on, first of all. Kind of a product minimalist lover's dream because it doesn't really have much of a scent. The texture is really nice, but like quite understated, and you just wake up with very nice balanced skin. I have found it to be quite good for sensitive skin. It's comparable, I would say, to the De Mamiel serum that just came in the January Beauty Heroes box. They're kind of similar, but I like this one a bit better. But this says a comprehensive remedy to support healthy, vibrant skin resistant to sensitivity. Potent actives brighten and blur pigmented spots, while skin strengthening factors neutralize redness, plump fine lines, and build supple resilience. Skin feels calm and nourished with a balanced, even radiance. I have found that to be accurate. So to me, this has sort of lived up to the hype, and I'm really enjoying getting to try it. Best face oil of the year for me. Now, this is not even necessarily the oil I used the most. That would probably be, to give you a little preview, the Watermelon Dreams Kalahari Melon Seed Oil was the one I feel like I used the most, and that's actually going to be in my podcast of the products that didn't make it in here and why. The best oil for me this year was the Manasi, I think this is called Chanoa. I'm sorry, Chanoa is the serum complement to this. This is Armonia. I think this is a gorgeous oil. It is pricey. I think it retails for somewhere around $120, but it's beautiful. So it's just something gorgeous to look at on your vanity or in your skincare cabinet. I guess the reason I think it's so beautiful is because we don't often see skincare, at least in the eco world, in a clear bottle. It's a unique texture. It's quite light, but heavy hitting at the same time. So I feel like that's kind of hard to find. A nice lightweight texture that doesn't feel too heavy on the skin, but is still really nourishing and hydrating. It layers really nicely with other things, and it's versatile. It can be an AM or a PM product. The scent is not completely non-existent, but it's certainly not overpowering at all. Kind of what I was saying about the Cypher product. It's very like understated, comprehensively addressing many concerns. I've just found it to be really quite an exceptional product. Now the serum, on the other hand, and really much of the rest of Manasi skincare releases have not been as noteworthy to me as this oil has been. So the oil has really knocked it out of the park. Okay, my favorite balm, this one was pretty easy because this is the one that I used much of the year and have truly enjoyed. It's the Inlight Night Balm. Now, I'm not sure that Beauty Heroes carries this one. I know Beauty Heroes carries the line softener, and I believe also the Deep Moisture Balm, or maybe they carry the night balm. I'm forgetting. There's one of the balms Beauty Heroes doesn't carry. Deep Moisture is sort of their day balm, but the night balm, as the name would imply, is for evening. It's just amazing. You know, Kerry Gron 365 balm is often a favorite of mine. I don't have a active bottle of that product going right now, but this has just been glorious. I really love the way it smells. I love the way that it makes my skin look and feel, and it's I guess just a little bit easier to use than the line softener, which is quite easy to go overboard on. I also love the line softener. I love everything in this brand, as we know, but this has been my favorite balm this year. I think it's outstanding. Best SPF this year, again, total no-brainer for me, the L'Amour Day Silk. I mentioned this, I think, in my last video. I think I unboxed the order that I got this replacement bottle in. I just finished a bottle. I'm starting a fresh one. It's just my favorite. I can use an eye cream, a touch of toner, and this, and that's my morning skincare done. I don't wear SPF every day, but I do wear it pretty regularly. This is truly skincare with an SPF component. There's also quite a bit of SPF, natural SPF in the makeup most of the makeup that I wear. So I don't know, guys, I'm just not that concerned about the sun. Best lip balm is this quite unassuming tube of the My Have Torn lip balm. Second tube, I completely used up one this year and went out and repurchased it immediately. It's really grew on me. I think when I first used it, I was like, I don't know if this is really it for me. I just wanted something of a more elevated everyday lip balm experience, but as it turns out, it's just very easy to have a product like this that you just slap on. And I'm kind of about the slapping on, as I have small children and I just feel like I never have enough time. So this is great. I mean, what can I say? I kind of am always peeking about for other lip balms, but this really works. And then I alternate with Velite as well. Okay, last skincare category, best mask or treatment product. Now, to be perfectly frank with you, I did almost no masks or treatments or like anything this year, like gua sha, facial reflexology, facial taping, like basically nothing. It's been a year of tons of transition for us. Last Christmas, we moved from Kentucky to Chicago. We were there for 3 months. Then in March, we moved to Pittsburgh into a rental home, which we were in for 9 months. And then just 2 months ago, we moved from the rental home into this home that we bought in the suburbs of Pittsburgh that we have been remodeling. So I just have done nothing, literally nothing, except keep my skin cleansed and moisturized and nourished, and that's about it. Maybe once or twice a month I do some kind of, you know, honey mask or gentle scrub, but very little beyond that. But the best treatment product, with all of that said, I don't love the brand for obvious reasons, but the True Botanicals Vitamin C Booster, I think for how easy this product is to use and the results that it delivers, the shelf stability, I just think it's great. And I never would have tried it if it had not come in the Beauty Heroes box. I would consider this to be like a treatment product. This is not an everyday type of thing. I use this like a couple times a month, and I find it to just give that nice little boost, as the name would imply, booster. So I think if you have an opportunity to try this, sometimes like hype is warranted. You know, a lot of times it's not, and people get caught up in, I don't know, like viral TikTok frenzies. I don't know, some products like are worth the hype and do stand the test of time. I think this is good. Okay, let's move into makeup, shall we? Now the little banner that or I guess it's more than a banner, it's like a slight monologue, is that I am going through like a very deep unraveling and personal transformation around makeup and how I wear makeup, how I perceive makeup on other women. It's like this very deep thing that I'm going through right now. There's just a lot of layers to it. I am going to be doing a get ready with me where I talk about all of these deep thoughts about makeup on Patreon. So that's my video for January. A lot of that deep thinking about this has been instigated by learning about the demi makeup technique, which was sort of generated and is mostly associated with Saint Cosmetics, which is an MLM company, has several different makeup lines within it, but part of the line are these little pans of color correctors, and you learning this technique called demi makeup. My friend Joanne at Haute Cosmetics has been talking about demi makeup as well for a while, and so in my categories of favorite makeup, base, concealer, corrector, I kind of have to bracket all of that and say that the demi makeup approach to how to do makeup, how to look at the skin, how to balance the skin, has really been the biggest influence on me this year. So it's not necessarily product specific. I've never tried the Saint products, but I have been amassing a collection of products to basically do the demi makeup technique, or I guess really just mostly employ color correction, but not in the way that I feel like we've always thought about color correction. I think the deeper part of it for me is how I look at makeup on the skin, my skin, how I look at my skin, how I feel about my skin, how I accept my skin, and ergo how I perceive others is like really changing as a result of watching tons of videos about demi makeup, watching tons of saint artists, just be like very authentic in what skin really looks like. I think it has made me realize how programmed and robotic most of us are about makeup. This is how you do your makeup. You can switch around the products and it's kind of new and interesting for a minute, but then you see texture or something stops working after a certain period of time. And then I do have to say this brand is my favorite for base and complexion products. These are completely not traditional makeup products. Like they just are not. The textures are much different. The base of all of this makeup is cacao butter, but I can say that I have probably like never felt better about makeup on my skin, how it wears throughout the day, how I feel using it than with these products. I would also say that Manasi was kind of this equivalent for me last year, and I still have spent the year using tons of Manasi. The cream textures are still really where it's at for me. With I really rarely dip into powders except on the eyes, and I just don't have much powder face makeup anymore. I don't really have any traditional foundation. So my favorite base would be the Haute. I didn't even bring it because I didn't think I was going to get this much into detail about this. Favorite base would be the Haute Molecular Hydrogen Rollerball, as well as the Dewy Cream. Favorite concealer corrector are going to be these corrector pots from Haute. The one that I use the absolute most is her peach shade. This is just, if you have dark blue, purple circles under your eyes, it's wonderful. I also use the orange a ton for counteracting that really dark blue purple. I really like her pink brightener a lot. My favorite powder is, the one that I use every day is the Haute Bio Foundation. I'm the shade Macadamia in most of her formulas, but not all. For example, the Mango Cream in Macadamia is much too dark for me. But for the Bio Foundation, Macadamia is great. I can also use the shade Almond, which is warm. I love this. It just feels so good on the skin. If I have gone overboard with like my skincare, or I've layered too many cream products and I really need more mattifying, I do really love the Manasi translucent powder. It's called the Silk Finish powder. Semi-matte finish. To me, this is very matte, but you know, I don't have traditional preferences about makeup. So this to me is fantastic, and I think such a good makeup bag staple. Best brow products. So I have a best brow serum and a best brow powder this year. Probably no surprise. This is, I think, my third year running, maybe second. The Rye Brow Serum, it's just continued to perform amazing for me. It's my first step, which is maybe odd also to people, but I still just run a brow serum through my brows. I let it set and then I fill them in. For me, this works, and it avoids getting tons of gross product on your wand here. It's similar to how I feel about doe foot lip gloss applicators. People will do lip liner and lipstick and then use their lip gloss doe foot on that. To me, it's like I can't, I have to look away. I don't understand. Like, you can put the doe foot on your finger and apply like that. If you have bare lips, I think using a doe foot directly on the lips is fine. I don't know, I just feel like using a clear brow gel with product already in your brows is like a similar thing. So no surprise here, favorite brow powder, again, second year running, the Manasi 7 Custom Eye and Brow Quad. So I use, you can probably see, these are the two shadows that I use in my brows every day. If I am running late and I have no time, I will still use the Plume eyebrow pencil. That's good for being in a hurry. But if I even have like a couple of extra minutes, this really gives me the effect that I love the most. I truthfully don't use these ones ever. This is kind of a nice all over the lid shade, but I never use the white powder. However, I will repurchase this quad in a heartbeat, so I really hope she never discontinues these. Okay, best contour, bronzer, toning step, product I use for all of those things. You know, after really embracing being winter color type. I don't wear bronzer all that much. I still feel like, and maybe this will change like in the coming decade, as I think it's quite common to lose warmth in your skin as you age. I still feel, because I am such a cool undertone, that I look better in a cool toned bronzer rather than a traditional bronzer. And the best product for that is truly Manassi Manchetti. You can see I'm almost done. I had depotted this into a pan that I completely used up right here. That's in the Manassi Depot video. This is just fantastic. It's probably the #1 most versatile run out and buy Manassi shade that I think would work for so many people, particularly if you are fair to medium, cool undertone, and you're just looking, I mean, I think it looks amazing on warm undertones too, but it's just such a great product. I love it. I'm wearing this like as color on my face today. I wear this on my eyes most days. It's like a minimal monochromatic makeup lover's dream. The texture is amazing. It does not crease on my eyes at all. I feel like it has really good longevity. I love it, like beyond words. Now, here, a quick little side note. If you watched my Manassi Depot video, I used these all year, these little depotted pans of Manassi color. Now, what's happening is that, like dominoes, all of my Manassi shades are expiring. Totally to be expected. These have a shelf life of about 12 to 18 months. What I want to do is I would like to do a full swatch color discussion video, because I have all the colors and I would not repurchase all of them. Then I think a separate video would be, after owning every Manassi color, what are the best? Or what, not the best, they're all equally great. What are my tops? What are the ones I'm going to repurchase and keep as a Manassi 7 all over color pot capsule? So look for that sometime this year. Okay, favorite eyeshadow this year. There were a couple contenders for this. I do still really enjoy particular powder eyeshadow formulas, and while there were a couple of Viseart contenders, my favorite was probably the Surratt eyeshadow formula. I had put this together, I built this little quad last year around the new year, so I've been enjoying them really during 2023. I think this is Ombre, Greige, Patina, and Mahon, but I'm not entirely sure. I would like to try more shades, and I'm also quite curious about the Surratt blush formula as a powder blush formula, because I hear really good things. So that's definitely been the best eyeshadow for me this year, if I'm not doing, you know, a cream like Manassi Manchetti or one of the Haute shades or something. Best eyeliner. Okay, this was easy. And this is, I have to say, my favorite makeup release of the entire year. No surprise, probably. The Manassi 7 eye and lip pencils, all of them. I can't choose one. They are just all outstanding. So best eyeliner, best lip liner, best makeup release of the year. I use Petunia pretty much every day to tightline, which is the black. I use Yukon, which is this very pretty cool nudie pink on my lips most days. Castell if I want to do a berry, Spinoso if I want to do a warm pink. I'm obsessed with all of these. I bought them within an hour of getting the email mailer about their release. I hope they come out with more colors. I never feel like I need to buy another pencil again. I truly don't. Lip color was honestly a little tough because I mostly wore Manassi lip colors this year. With the lip liners, I mean, you can do so many infinite combinations of these if you own the whole set like I do. So I just really made the most of it. I knew that these were gonna expire. What's happening is that I'm now in a bit of no woman's land, no man's land, no woman's land with lip color. I'm just gonna have to repurchase some of these shades because they are getting to the point where they're, you know, truly unusable. I did decide to tell you that my favorite lip color of the year was Manassi 7 Damaschino, which is this shade right here. It's a color that's just made for winter color types. It's kind of a berry red. I don't know, it's just perfect. With Castell from Manassi as a lip liner, you are golden. It's just really pretty. Big rave, Manassi 7 Damaschino. For a neutral, I will just throw in that my favorite has probably been Manassi 7 Rojizo. I don't have it here because I wasn't planning to mention it, but Damaschino for a bold and Rojizo for a neutral. And that actually was my most recent purchase. So that one I'm gonna be enjoying during 2024 because it's not gonna expire for probably another 10 to 12 months. Favorite mascara. The overall is kind of random, but again, it is my favorite. This is a brand called Sei Bella. This is an Italian makeup brand that I discovered through my ill-fated 2 months purchasing from Melaleuca. They claim that they're not an MLM, but they absolutely are. You have to make an order every month, and I just was really not that impressed with most of the products that I tried, so I canceled. But I did try their volumizing mascara from this brand, and it is outstanding, at least for my mascara preferences. It's got this big fat wand. It's a chunky formula. 2 coats and I'm good. It's easy to apply. It's minimal flaking. I would say I get a touch of flaking. It's easy enough to remove. I wouldn't say it's nourishing to my lashes, but it's not damaging to them. I don't believe you have to be a Melaleuca member to buy it. I think you can just pay the non-member price and buy it, but they have like it's expensive to ship. I would probably pay $10 shipping just to buy this mascara again because it is very good. I have a backup, so I love it. The only thing is it's not very good on the lower lashes because it's so chunky, so I'm still using my Manassi 7 mascara. If for some reason, which is rare, I would want to do a natural lash, I would go for this. And I like this on my lower lashes. Now, I hate having 2 mascaras, but in this case, it's just kind of necessary because this is impossible to use on the lower lashes. This is a very good, natural, nourishing mascara, sleek, gorgeous packaging. But if you're expecting it to give you a lot of volume, it's really not going to. It's kind of buildable, but not really. To end makeup, I wanted to mention a couple of makeup brushes that have been my favorites this year, just these 2. I have lots of makeup brushes and I'm already planning to purchase some more Sonia G because I have a problem. A lot of makeup doesn't excite me, but makeup brushes have become like a splurgy fun thing for me. So the Sonia G Classic Base Brush, it's just really, really good. I wear so many cream products, so I kind of can't have enough brushes for this purpose. I don't even know if they're making this one. I went on the Beautylish site because I wanted to see when that new Persimmon Tannin Dye eyeshadow brush set is releasing, but I only saw the jumbo base. So I'm not sure if this is out of production, the classic base, but that's been my favorite this year. And then quite an unassuming little brush by Antonym. This is the angled brush from Antonym. This is the best angled brush I have ever found for doing my eyebrows. I've tried a bunch. I have a couple others here, and this is just the best. So this is like my dream team for my brows. This you can get on Beauty Heroes. Okay, let's quickly power through my miscellaneous other standout products for me this year. The Blissoma Mild Rice Face Cleanser. This came in a Beauty Heroes box. I tried this product in probably 2012, 2013. More than 10 years ago, because Blissoma is truly an OG in green beauty. I did not understand this product at all when I was first getting into green beauty because I had no idea how to properly use a lot of green beauty products. Now that I am so many years experienced in this world, I really do love this. And I can see why it's a hero product for Jeannie Jarnot. It's very refreshing. The exfoliation is super, super gentle. Thank God for backup batteries. For a long time, I only ever had one camera battery, and I've been talking for so long, I just zipped through that battery. Okay, I was talking about this, the Blissoma cleanser. It's great. I use it a couple times a week, and it's more of like a sensory pleasure. The whole experience of it is really nice, and it's a nice big bottle. So if you got this in the Beauty Heroes box and haven't used it, it's just, you have to use it as a second cleanse. It's certainly not going to remove any kind of makeup or SPF or anything, but it's just a gorgeous second cleanse. In Fiore Velite, definitely a favorite. I have used this tube within this year. I have another one ready to go. I like using this in the evening around my eyes a lot because it's like a spreadable balm that's not too heavy. I love the portability of the packaging of this and the Fleur Vibrant Serum Cerat. If you're watching this video, you've probably tried this and also love it. It's just a really solid product. My favorite body care product of the year was easily the Inlight Firm and Tone Oil. This is amazing. I will never be without a bottle. Really, really good for summertime because it really does refine the look of your skin. It smells amazing. The texture is glorious. I truly love it. Kind of a much more understated favorite, but I finished a whole thing of this and I had to repurchase it. The Pal'Aroma Nourishing Hand Lotion. Now, first of all, the pump. Can we talk about how amazing it is to have a pump of hand lotion? So good for the kitchen. If you're like me and you're cooking a lot of meals, always kind of in the kitchen, cleaning up, this is just wonderful. I find it's like just really nice on its own, moisturizing enough on its own. What I end up having to do with a lot of hand creams that I come across or that come my way, they're just not nourishing enough, honestly. So I end up having little balms that I'll keep around. So I'll do like a layer of an oily balm and then lock it in with a cream. This is like, you don't need to do that. It's just nourishing on its own. It's unscented. You can use it for the whole family. Really great product, and it's a good price point too. I started using the Damon deodorant this year. My husband Kaveh, I had gotten him this, I guess last year maybe, and I tried it because, you know, I like a lot of men's products. It smells outstanding, really, really good. I don't need to use it every day, so I alternate this with the ingredients spray. But I have to say I really, 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 really like it. The label should not look like this. I took mine on a trip and I think something leaked, so the label got like a little bit weird. But fantastic product. Maybe the only product I've used consistently with Blue Tansy that I absolutely adore. Whatever he's blended into this with the Blue Tansy. Okay, then that's a nice transition to talking about my two favorite fragrances this year. The favorite all year was, of course, In Fiore Cashmere. I think these launched like holidays 2022. Cashmere is my #1. If you were a Patchouli Royale fan the way I was, this one has patchouli notes, so it's not exactly like Patchouli Royale, but it's got that like nice unisex warmth to it. It's just amazing. I hope that this is the year that Julie re-releases her fragrance, her solid perfumes, but I don't know, this year or next. I'm gonna keep the pressure on her. And then this is a much later in the year favorite, but I have to mention it because I really love it. This is the, I forget the official name of this brand, Les Fleurs de Bac, and this is Harmony. So I got this on Ayla Beauty just on a whim, and I think I talked about this somewhere recently. I feel like I'm being so redundant, but this is a very fresh sort of green fig vanilla scent, if you like that. I think it's amazing. It's an eau de toilette, so it's quite light. I also recently picked up, this is an eau de parfum, so it's stronger, the Vivacité from Bach. Initially I was like, oh my God, I love this. It's kind of like Kiehl's Original Musk. I don't know, I kind of might use this up more as a room spray. It's a little intense, and it's definitely, the parfum is definitely more intense than the toilette, obviously. But I do recommend this line in general. You could go, I think there's like 4 or 5 different Bach scents that Ayla carries, and they're infused with flower remedies. Please come over to Patreon, patreon.com/LaMour Musique if you want to hear the companion podcast to this, my 10 products that did not make the cut and why, my like Gnostic spiritual experience of makeup, get ready with me video. And you also get access to all of my archives that I've been producing on there since 2017. I have one simplified tier. You get all the archives, 100% of everything, and everything I do current and future. So I have my annual subscriptions set on an ongoing 10% discount. So if you know you want to be there all year, maybe this will be the year I go back on the public podcast feed. I have no idea. I actually have some exciting ideas that I want to pitch to a friend about podcasting. So I think that's it. I have a whole list of videos to come for YouTube. I'll see you when I see you, I guess. I hope you're all having a great start to 2024. Thank you guys for being here. You can come find me on Instagram, my website, Patreon, Pinterest, never TikTok. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.